Good morning, dirt people. Welcome to this week's episode of Riding with Dirt Lad. This morning we are on a group ride put together by the Edmonton Motorcycle Riders Group Facebook group. They are titling this Alberta's Largest. It's not Alberta's largest motorcycle ride, but it's a tour through a few communities north and east in Edmonton, where those communities have put together some tourist attractions over the years. I'll throw some pictures into this video, splice some other stuff in. The entire ride should also be on the Roaming with Dirt Lad channel that I have. Sorry, Roaming with Dirt Lad playlist that I have. At this time we've just left Andrew, Alberta. And the good people of Andrew have set up a large mallard duck. Beautiful day for riding. There are about 24, 25 bikes in the group. Some of the riders have passengers as well. So we figure somewhere around 30 people. Anyway, sorry, wanted to stop talking while I went around that corner. I wanted to share my thoughts today while a part of this group ride on the things that I look for when I'm on a group ride. Please keep in mind I am definitely not a motorcycle instructor, and I don't have years and years of experience. And certainly if anybody thinks that anything that I'm about to say is wrong, please post it in the comments, because this is an opportunity for me to learn as well. I know I've talked about this topic before, but it's certainly worthy to talk about again from the standpoint of motorcycle safety. In any type of group ride that's sort of ad hoc in nature, that sort of comes together, the group's membership is fluid, you may not know each other, or there's certainly new people coming in all the time. You don't know what people are going to do. So the first thing is pay very close attention to what you're doing, what the people around you are doing, and how you are starting to react to each other. For example, I'm about 7th from the front, and that just happened to be the way we pulled out of the parking lot. I don't know anybody else in the group, so I don't know how they ride. So when you first start out, your group is, you know, going to be very, very strung out. Because you're sort of finding that comfort place, you know, you're getting all warmed up to being in the group. The formation is always staggered. See over here to my front right is a gentleman in a black jacket. And then directly in front of me is a young woman with the saddlebags. And we've been riding together in this formation for about an hour. Where I find my comfort level is that you want to be about a second and a half behind the person staggered to your front right, which should mean if everybody's doing that same thing, you're about 3 seconds behind the person directly in front of you. Of course, everybody is going to be riding their own ride, speeding up, slowing down as they will, as their comfort level dictates. So you really want to pay attention. You never want to assume that everybody else is doing the same spacing as you. So I find when I'm riding, I spend most of my time watching the front wheel, or sorry, the rear wheel of the person in front of me. It gives me comfort in a couple of areas. Number one, I'm constantly adjusting my spacing to the person directly in front of me. By watching their rear wheel, I can see if they've, you know, swerved or anything to miss a pothole or something, so that I can see it as soon as possible and make my adjustments. By watching their rear wheel, I am also by extension watching their rear brake and their signal lights. So, you know, even though I'm enjoying the ride and the weather and the camaraderie, you know, I would say probably 65% of my focus is right there. See? We're coming up to a corner. The road captain in front is giving us lots of notice that we're going to be turning left up here. As soon as he turns on his signal lights, everybody turns on their signal lights all the way back, just to sort of communicate back to the group. And also you'll notice that my person in front also used the left-hand signal to sort of say, okay, we're going to be turning here. Another thing about the turn that I've sort of noticed or try to pay attention to is I'm turning left, so let's call that an inside turn. I know back and to my right there is somebody who is turning from the outside lane, outside portion of the lane. So if I'm turning on the inside, I try to make sure that my turns stay on the inside. Deer. If I was turning left from the outside lane, I'd want to take a little wider turn to stay in the outside portion of the lane. That would be a mule deer. Although I could be wrong. I'm not the hunter dirt dad is. So if I'm in the left portion of the lane turning right, that means I'm in the outside of the lane, and my right hand turns are very wide, just in case the person back into the rear of me is a little closer than, you know, might be comfortable. Or the same thing, the person to the right and in front of me, if they go a little bit wider into their turn, well, I've already planned my turn to be wide to start with. So these are the things that I focus on, because I don't know what everybody else is going to do. And I think the group rides are fun. You're heading out on the highway, seeing some sights, but also with a very large group of, motorcycles. A lot of these bikes are all Harleys and cruisers and chrome and bling, and it's very nice. So anyway, that was kind of the big thing about the vlog for today. And as everybody knows who listens to me, there's the practical side of what I've just said, and then there's the philosophical side of what I've just said. Know your position. Stay in your lane. Be aware of others. Be aware that you're not sure what others are going to do. All right, everybody, take care. I'll probably do another episode on this ride, just because one of the nice things about long rides is you get a chance to listen to 1960s surf music, do a lot of thinking. Take care.
Recording. Remove